all, how do you feel about getting this thing started? I mean, it's
Oh my
you know,
gosh,
it's,
we're beyond getting it started now. Now we're at the push to finish up and do last minute pushes, and it's just going to be nice. It's going to be crazy.
and are you excited? I mean,
I'm excited and I'm extremely nervous. I'm worried about the weather.
really. And is there?
That's the only thing I'm really having any concerns about is, you know, how Missouri is.
Mm-hmm. And what's the weather forecast? Are they talking about rain or?
They keep changing it. I think 30% chance of rain after midnight.
Mm-hmm.
But it's supposed to be beautiful as far as temperature wise. I think 77 or something like that Saturday. So, I mean, it sounds right now like it's going to be okay, but I'm already getting questions. What are we going to do if the weather's, if we got a storm? Well, we've got that figured out, what to do.
I was about to say, is there a rain date or?
We can't do a rain date. There's too much other stuff that goes into, like booking bands, and these balloons have other competition things that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So, in order to do a cancellation date or whatever you call it, there's no way we could get back that same schedule lineup
Absolutely.
because of this too much other stuff.
And so far, 19 balloons participating.
Yes.
I mean, what was it like when you launch something like this? Sometimes, you get nervous when maybe the first 6 kind of stroll in, but when you started getting into the teens there, I mean, they say these things are more successful the more balloons they have. I mean, what's that like when you got 19?
Well, we started out, we were only going to do 10 because it's our first year. We didn't want to go crazy. But as the 10 showed up pretty quickly, we had several others that had contacted Jason about being a part of it. And was like, you know what? Let's do 15. So we got to 15, and then we were like, he said, we got more interested. Let's do 20. Let's see if we can get 20. Well, we got to 20 pretty quickly, and now 2 have canceled. So, but he did add another one, so we're back. We're still at 19.
All right. And now kind of walk me through, now Saturday everything starts off. Of course, you got the balloon competition that starts at 6 a.m. So
6:30.
6:30, I'm sorry. And as far as that goes, I mean, I'm sure that if you just look, southeast,
They're
that you
actually
can
going to
see 'em.
start Friday night.
Oh, really? Okay.
If the weather holds out, they will be lifting off here in Cameron and floating around Cameron just to get people excited about it, with the balloons. So any of these guys that are signed up that want to fly Friday evening, you'll see them in the air Friday.
Wow.
And then Saturday morning, they're either going to lift off at the airport for their competition flights, or they're going to land at the airport, and that'll be their last target. So either way, they'll either be coming into the airport or leaving the airport for their competition flight.
Okay. And and of course, the best viewpoint's going to be the airport itself. So, and now what gave, of course, to retread a little bit, what gave you the idea to do this?
I dreamed it.
Is it one of those, if you build it, they will come
I guess.
sort of things?
Well, I started asking around. I dreamed about it. And then I went to the Brookfield, the Pershing one, this last year for one evening. And the glow, it was just so cool to watch them. They'd all go, and then they'd get us another set of balloons, and they'd go. And then if you looked over to the other side of the sky, there was coming in. So as they all got back down into the area, then he had them glow. He had them sparkle, which is they flicker off and on, and then they glow again. That usually takes about 30, 45 minutes for them to do all of that, to get the crowd into it, to cheer them on. And it was just a really cool thing. And I'm like, has Cameron ever had a hot air balloon festival? I don't think so. I started asking around. No, that's a really cool idea. And I'm like, then I'm running with it. And I did. And I got people on board with me, and I found, the first thing I done was found Jason, which I kind of already knew about Jason because of the Brookfield one.
Mm-hmm.
And he started on his end, getting his stuff together, and I started getting people to, on board with it. It's just kind of fell into place.
Now, all these events take place at the airport,
Yes.
is that right?
Yes.
Of course, like the AmFam car show, the inflatables and laser tag, meeting Casey Wolf from 2 to 4.
Yep.
And I mean, of course, bands through the evening.
Bands. Yep.
And I mean, kind of, this is not just the balloon show, it's a whole day full of activities.
And then Sunday, the kites from Polo, which is the Great American Kite Show, they travel all over everywhere. And it's a huge show. We're talking huge kites. And then they'll have kite making for the kids. And that's all free for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
If you buy an event ticket, that's included. The kite show is included. So as soon as that kite show's over at 5 o'clock, then the event is over. The Three Trails Tyco, however you say it, they will be there. The library is sponsoring that.
Really?
Hmm. And that's free too on Sunday. Everything on Sunday is free unless you want to buy from the retail vendors and food vendors. Obviously.
And of course, the tickets have to be purchased
Online.
Online through the QR code.
Yes, and
Okay.
there will be no ticket sales at the event. And if you do not have a parking pass, you will be turned around at Witt Road and sent back to town so you can purchase a parking pass and then come back out.
Okay. And I mean, you mentioned you're excited about this, but I mean, what's it like to kind of bring the wagon into the barn at this point?
Ask me next Monday.
Really?
We'll see how it goes. That's all we can do.
And of
Wing
course,
it.
and one of the things, just not to brag or anything, but our story when we posted that, it got 50 shares, tens of thousands of views. I mean, you guys are just getting the news out. I mean, you guys have really generated a lot of interest in this event. What's this like to? Of course, you've launched Cameron Mainstays a couple of times now. What's it like to launch another one and hopefully make this an annual tradition?
Something this big that the old school is sponsoring is huge. It's going to help put us on the map. There's still people that live in this town that have no idea what we do here. No idea. They don't know we have event rooms. They don't know we have businesses. They don't know what we do. They just know it's an old building. So now, hopefully, the Historical Preservation Society is going to be on the map.
Absolutely. Of course, you also got the downtown project. I mean,
The buildings, yes.
Yep.
That's what this basically event is for. It's
really?
the preservation and restoration of those buildings on the 200 block of 3rd Street.
Uh-huh.
And also to keep our building maintained and updated and preserved. Yes.
Wow. So you're making history in order to preserve history.
Correct.
I think that's really cool.
Correct.
All right. Well, hey, I know you got another interview coming up, so I don't want to take up any more of your time, but
You're fine.
I
I'm
appreciate
glad
you.
you came by.
Hey, no, thank you.
Seriously.